He never needed to raise his voice to command attention. One stare, one line, one moment on screen, and the entire room would go silent. That's the power of Pete Edochie, a man whose presence alone could carry an entire film. A voice like thunder, a gaze like lightning, and wisdom deeper than the longest proverb. He didn't just act. He embodied the essence of African royalty, fatherhood, and tradition. He is more than a legend, he is a pillar of African cinema. Before we dive into this powerful story, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now. Because if Nollywood had a foundation stone, his name would be carved into it. And to understand his journey is to understand the roots of storytelling in Africa. Pete Edochie was born on March 7, 1947 in Zaria, Kaduna State, in northern Nigeria. Though he is ethnically Igbo from Anambra State, his early years were shaped by a blend of northern culture and Catholic discipline. He was raised in a middle-class family, where respect, education, and integrity were not just values, they were a way of life. He attended St. John's College in Kaduna before traveling to the United Kingdom to study broadcasting and journalism. When he returned to Nigeria, he began his career not as an actor, but as a broadcaster. He worked with the Eastern Nigeria Broadcasting Corporation and quickly rose through the ranks to become the director of programs. But destiny had other plans for him. In 1987, everything changed. Pete Edochie was cast in the Nigerian Television Authority adaptation of Chinua Achebe's world-renowned novel, Things Fall Apart. He played the lead role of Okonkwo, a proud Igbo warrior, whose internal battles and cultural conflicts reflected the collapse of African tradition under colonial pressure. His performance was nothing short of legendary. He didn't just play Okonkwo, he became him. The strength, the stubbornness, the vulnerability, he captured it all with such power that even Achebe himself praised him. That single role turned Pete Edochie into a national icon. But he wasn't done. As Nollywood began to rise in the 1990s and early 2000s, Pete Edochie became the face of a new era in African storytelling. With his deep baritone voice, majestic presence, and commanding authority, he was the go-to father figure, king, chief, or wise elder in countless Nigerian films. But he was never just a background character. He carried films with quiet power and dignity. From movies like Igodo to Living in Bondage, from Rituals to Billionaires Club, Pete Edochie became the embodiment of African heritage. He brought traditional values to life on screen. And even when his characters were strict or controversial, they were always rooted in a deep sense of moral conviction. His style was unique. He rarely raised his voice. He didn't need to. His words were often slow, deliberate, and wrapped in proverbs. His eyes said what the script didn't. And with just a gesture or a frown, he could change the entire energy of a scene. That's not just acting. That's presence. That's mastery. But beyond the camera, Pete Edochie is a deeply principled man. He has always spoken up about societal issues, about tradition, discipline, and the fading respect for elders in modern culture. He is known for his wisdom, his outspokenness, and his ability to blend faith, culture, and reason. He has survived threats, controversies, and even false rumors of death. But every time, he stands tall, unmoved, unbothered, unshaken. Because men, like Pete Edochie, are not easily broken. They're carved from something stronger. He is also a family man, married for decades to his beloved wife Josephine. He is the father of 6 children, including actor Yul Edochie. Though YUL followed his father's footsteps into Nollywood, Pete has remained firm in allowing each of his children to define their own paths, while still being a strong and guiding force in their lives. Despite his legendary status, Pete Edochie has remained humble. He never chased fame or flashy headlines. His lifestyle is modest. His words are measured. His focus has always been on legacy, not popularity. Over the years, he has received countless awards and honors both in Nigeria and abroad. He has been celebrated for his lifetime contribution to the Nigerian film industry, and for his role in shaping Nollywood into what it is today. But, even with all the accolades, he continues to serve as a teacher, a mentor, and a symbol of what it means to act with purpose. What sets Pete Edochie apart is not just his talent. It is his discipline, his grace, his refusal to compromise on values. In an industry that often rewards controversy, he chose culture. In a generation obsessed with speed, he chose depth. And in a time where many imitate, he chose to be original. Pete Edochie is not just a Nollywood actor. He is the voice of African wisdom, a living monument of Igbo tradition, a man who showed us that true power is silent, steady, and rooted in character. So if you've ever repeated one of his famous lines, or watched him remind a reckless son about the dangers of pride, or seen him sit on a throne like he was born on it, then do one thing: hit that subscribe button now. Because legends like Pete Edochie are not made every day. They're born once in a lifetime, and they deserve to be remembered forever.